Hi, we're librarians from the Elkin Public Library. I'm Kirsten.
And I'm Martha. We've come today to talk to you about our November book club discussion selection. It's Fredrik Backman's newest book, Anxious People. You may know him from some previous titles he has written. One of them is My Grandmother Told Me to Tell You That She's Sorry. The more popular and well-known one is A Man Called Ove. This particular book was made into a film in 2017 and it won the Academy Awards Best Foreign Language Film. It has been made into an English adaptation that's coming out in 2021, starring Tom Hanks. But we're here today to talk about Bachman's new title, Anxious People. Kristen, tell me a little bit about the storyline.
Okay, so Anxious People follows the story of a failed bank robbery. A bank robber goes in to rob a cashless bank, and while the robber is running away, runs into an apartment building across the street and goes up to one of the apartments that is for sale, and takes all the people hostage at this real estate open house. And in these hostages, there's a director of a bank, there's a middle-aged couple who are house flippers, and various others. And the story also follows the police detectives Jim and Jack, who happen to be a father and son duo, and them outside the building during the hostage negotiation, but also cuts to their interviews that they have with the hostages after the fact. And so during this, you kind of get to know the characters in the apartment. You get to know the interwoven story. It turns out 10 years before, there had been a man who committed suicide on a bridge that you could see from the apartment. So you get to know the backstories of these characters and how they all were shaped by this one defining moment.
So Bachman's characters are really pretty humorous. They're funny, their actions and what they say. Can you give us an example of that?
I can. There's one character, the real estate agent, who, when the bank robber comes in, actually jumps into the closet and climbs into the air duct to hide, and then is found later on when she falls out of the air duct. And she has this tagline for her business, which is house tricks, as in how to sell your house, tricks to sell your house, and house tricks, as in how is your tricks. Which
Or
she
are your tricks?
How are your tricks?
Or you can have just one trick.
So it's very humorous the way she works it into almost every conversation she has.
And the humor is self-deprecating humor. Bachman kind of laughs at people's weaknesses a lot. Very dry humor.
Mhm.
How did he come to write the storyline? What of his own experiences created the story?
Well, this actually came about several different ways. 15 years ago, he was in a bank robbery and got shot in the leg. He also suffers from his own anxiety disorders, and he and his wife went to an open house to purchase property, and he discovered that he's a people observer because he was looking more at the people who came to the open house than the actual property itself. So this came about in several different ways.
So he probably enjoyed sitting in an airport all day long watching the people walk by. He's a fairly eccentric person, but he makes his characters come from his own world, and he makes them a bit eccentric also. But as one of the headlines said in the reviews, that Mr. Bachman steals from himself. So we think you'll enjoy the book, and we hope that you will join us on Thursday, November 19th at 7 o'clock. We're meeting virtually through Google Meet. Email us and we will give you the link. And you can just come by the library and get a copy of the book. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye.